Winning. It's what racing is all about. But it's impossible to describe what a win in this race will mean to those with a runner. For this isn't the sport of kings. We're a blue-collar sport. And tonight, someone will actually exceed their dreams. Having wound its way across the state, tonight we arrive at Wentworth Park with 8 runners who will race for $1 million. The best field ever assembled for a big race. The Greyhound world's biggest race. Last year, we saw exactly what it does mean when Mystic Riot claimed the inaugural $1 million chase. Those early mornings, late nights, countless kilometres and hours on the highway. It's all about this. All about following those dreams to right here. Live from Wentworth Park. This is the world's richest Greyhound event. This is the 2019 $1 Million Chase.
Wow. Beautiful Sydney has turned on a beautiful spring night for the 2019 running of the $1 Million Chase, brought to you by Bet Easy. And we're just, as you can see, to the south of the Sydney CBD, the southwest, and Wentworth Park is lit up tonight like it hasn't been in so many years. A big crowd in. They were hoping for 5,000. It looks like they've surpassed that. The Hoodoo Gurus are going to play later on. And tonight we're going to see someone go home an instant millionaire. There is no bigger dream in greyhound racing around the world than this one, and it's great to have you as part of it. I'm Cameron Williams. Pleasure to be your host tonight. I've got a great panel, a cast and crew of characters to take you through it. And please welcome to our form analysts Liz Whelan and James Vandermaat, who I'm sure are primed to find us a few winners. This is fantastic.
Cam, I am so excited to be here. This is the biggest night of greyhound racing in the world. I love the dogs, I love a bet, and I can't wait for the big race.
Oh, I'm pumped. What do you think, James?
Oh, it has been fabulous to be a part of the coverage, starting here at Wentworth Park at race number 1. The crowd, the atmosphere, the noise as the greyhounds are turning for home is just extraordinary. And to think there is going to be an instant millionaire in around about half an hour, it is just incredible.
And what a change of scenery from last year, where the race was won in teeming rain. Still a big crowd here, but it didn't dampen any spirits, especially of the winner, Peter Lagagiana, who went home an instant millionaire. Dave Carlson, you were right on the spot to witness that.
It certainly was, Cam. It was unforgettable. It's something that will remain with me forever and remain with everybody who witnessed it forever. Peter pumping his fists, doing a hop, skip and a jump up the straight after his little girl, Mystic Riot, pinged the lids and proved unleadable from box number 7. It was a race for the ages. We're lining up for another millionaire tonight. These wonderful canine athletes, they run at around 90 kilometres an hour. This is the track where dreams are made. And if I can quote a song, they were born to run, Cam.
They certainly were. 90 kilometres an hour. It's astonishing, isn't it? And, of course, let's introduce another member of our panel now, one who's got a little too big a smile on her face. So, bookmaker from Bet Easy, Samantha Todd. Hopefully the tide's going to turn, but it's been a bookie's night so far.
It has, Cam. Thank you. It's very happy to be here tonight. And as you mentioned, I have a bookmaking background. I did have a quick peek in the betting ring on the way up here, and I can tell you the place is heaving. It is just such an incredible environment tonight, and I'm so happy to be a part of it.
All right, well, let's have a quick look at the market update for Bet Easy.
Certainly. Well, look, it's really been between Get It Gizmo and Black Opium. They have been fighting out favouritism, and they are both $4 each or 2. Been plenty of money for Good Harada and for Shimmer Shine as well. So they're both at $5 and $5.50. So much to choose from, but we won't exhaust it all now. We've got the Sydney Cup.
And James, as we look at the Sydney Cup, 2 laps, 720 metres. This is the way it maps, the way you predict the speed is going to show.
Well, it was very interesting because in the heat last week, Blue Moon Rising, I think he performed as well as he possibly could have. Just pinged to the front, dominated the race, and the speed map had him clearly leading tonight. I think that is the case. You would expect that She Will Bloom will show a bit of speed. Radar gun from box number 8 to try and come around. I think the key to the race is Boom Down as well. He'll be right out the back, and and coming home with a storming run. But Blue Moon Rising expected to lead here.
And John Finn watching from hospital tonight.
Yeah, he is. All the best to John. I know that he'll be enjoying the coverage tonight, and all the best with Blue Moon Rising. There he is on screen. He's an absolutely stunning dog. He wasn't far off breaking the track record last week. I can't see him being beaten tonight off the one.
She Will Bloom jumping from box 2.
She Will Bloom, 2 starts at Wentworth Park. I feel ready to fire at start number 3 here tonight. Won the Top Cat Video Stayers Cup recently at the Meadows, defeating the likes of the champion Tornado Tears. She'll run a big race tonight from box number 2.
Boom Down is carrying the white colours.
And Boom Down is likely to be getting back in the race. Lined up from box 1 in the heat last week, was actually last away. He got a long way back, but he did hit the line strongly, and I'd expect him to be doing similar tonight.
Dublin Lad, interesting runner from the squeeze box from 4. Can you explain that?
Very, very intriguing runner. Has just had the 5 race outings for 3 wins. Won a heat of the Sydney Cup last week at 80-1 at just start number 5. It's incredible to see a greyhound racing in this level, and then as well over the staying trip, jumping from box number 4.
And that's regarded as one of the more challenging boxes for a greyhound?
Yeah, it is. I guess over the 720 they can find their position a little bit more than they can in a sprint race. So given box number 4 is a bit of a concern in a sprint, may not affect the greyhound as much in a 720-metre race.
In the yellow is Just Terms for Jodie Lord.
I think she's actually a good place chance. You can see on screen she's paying $2.40 for the place. She was beaten 8 lengths by Blue Moon Rising last week. But the start price, she beat home Blue Moon Rising along with some of the other dogs in this field.
All right, Mrs. M. Grand is carrying the green colours from box 6. And Luke Azzopardi seems to have her absolutely tip-top.
Yeah, cherry ripe indeed, Cam. $31 the price with Bet Easy at the moment. Stuck on really well here last week. 6 starts, track and distance, 4 wins, and a personal best of 42.15, which is right up there, and she is a big price.
And one with a really strong physique, Blazing Cardia, the 7.
Yeah, there she is on screen. She's quite small. She's only around 25 kgs. She's another one who's probably likely to get back. She will be hitting the line strongly, and she's bred to stay as well. Her mum, Esparza, was a very good stayer. And
I love this one. Radar Gun, the 8, for Jeff Crawford.
Drawn box number 8 could be the slight concern, because I feel this greyhound is going to be an out-and-out superstar moving forward. Coming from box number 8 could be the concern, because the greyhound does like to get onto the rail at some point in time. Has won 9 of 20, 2 starts here, both times finishing in 3rd placing. Might go up the list a little tonight.
Sammy, take us through the pattern. Where is the money flowing here tonight?
Gosh, well, I mean, we've got less than a minute to go until this race is due to jump, and punters have been sitting on their hands right up until now. I mean, it'd been $2 the favourite until just seconds ago, when it's plummeted into $1.75. So Blue Moon Rising out of box number 1 is our market mover for the night. With three dogs in single-figure odds, it might be an option to go for a trifecta or a first one, maybe an exotic of some sort.
It might be worth taking the Bet Easy boost here, as we now see the speed map. Blue Moon Rising from the inside, expected to lead. I think She Will Bloom is going to get the nice run right behind the speed, and I wouldn't be surprised if She Will Bloom pinged out and actually got across Blue Moon Rising in the run to the first corner.
Do you agree with that? We've had a little bit of conflict on the panel regarding tips tonight, Liz.
Look, I think the favourite's going to be very, very hard to beat. John Finn's wife, Minnie Finn, I spoke to her a few days ago. I think she was actually quite shocked by just how fast he went last week. I think he repeated that performance. I don't think that they're going to run him down. All right, well,
$1.75-ish at the moment for the favourite, Blue Moon Rising. Do you see that as being solid value?
I don't personally. I'm tipping 2, 1, 3 and 7 as my top 4 in the Sydney Cup at Group 3 level. $100,000 to the winner. I just think She Will Bloom could fire out from box number 2. 3rd look at Wentworth Park ticks enough boxes for mine, and the price just continues to ease.
I can't wait to hear the crowd roar as they go past the winning post for the first time. The atmosphere on track has been outstanding all night. I've never experienced anything like it.
Who are you leaning toward here, Liz? I'm going with the 2. You're with the fave?
I'm with the fave. We're head-to-head here, James.
Yeah, I think Blue Moon Rising is clearly the one to beat. The concern for mine was the price, and I think She Will Bloom on the each way. What price are we getting now here, Sammy, on the 2?
Oh, on the 2, She Will Bloom is $7 and $1.70 in the place, because Blue Moon Rising just keeps affirming. It's into $1.60. The punters are all over it.
Well, the first row is moving in for the $132,000 Sydney Cup. 2 laps of the track, 720 metres. Let's go to the voice of Greyhound Racing, Tim Newbold.
Just about ready to run. Race number 8 on the card, Group 3 Sydney Cup. Green light on. Ready to jump. Set. Racing, Blue Moon Rising a shade tardy to go. Mrs. M Grand fired out. She's charging over and ran to the early lead over She Will Bloom. Blue Moon Rising picking up ground. They'll followed by Radar Gun and Dublin Lad. Then Boom Down, followed up by Just Turns and Blazing Cartier. Can see them all through the bottom corner. The pilot misses him grand. Here's Blue Moon Rising, moved up on the inside. The favourite's gone to the lead. They'll followed by Boom Down running on. Back on the inside, She Will Bloom. Followed up by Radar Gun. The leader, Blue Moon Rising, led by 4. Boom Down to a clear second. Blue Moon Rising clear. Boom Down rattling. Blue Moon Rising. Boom Down. Boom Down has stormed up on the inside and nailed Blue Moon Rising right on the wire, I think. It is a very tight photo. They were followed in by Mrs. M. Grant and She Will Bloom. Further back, Radar Gun, Blazing Cartier, and Just Turns, one of the tail enders. It is a photo finish.
Wow, what a way to get us started on 9 Gem. Blue Moon Rising and Boom Down just running through on the rail. It seems to have, I don't want to go too early here, it seems to have got the nod.
Yeah, I'd rather be on 3 than
Hey,
3.
oh, look at that.
Boom Down.
The crowd's gone crazy here.
Obviously, they weren't on the favourite. That's been a remarkable run by Boom Down. I think the first surprise, Blue Moon Rising didn't lead the race, had to do a bit of work, and you could just see Boom Down starting to loom there.
I have to say, have you ever heard noise like that at a Greyhound venue? Boom Down storming home at Blue Moon Rising and getting him right on the woodwork.
The favourite just slightly slow to begin, not the perfect start, but seemed so powerful through the back stretch.
Have a look where he was early on that head-on footage there. He was 2.5, 3 lengths last early, Boom Down, and that is why we love staying Greyhound racing right from last to first. What an incredible run. He was purchased for big money in Perth, now sent back to Victoria. Andrea Daly putting the polish on the Greyhound, and that is just timed to perfection there, Liz.
Terrific performance there by Andrea Daly Training, owned by Selling Dreams, managed by Ian Crook, and that is win number 18. That's start number 49 for this Greyhound.
Very happy. The connections of Boom Down. Number 3 is our winner in an amazing finish, and great to see the excitement come through here at Wentworth Park. A beautiful setup for a great night of racing. Thanks for your company. We'll be back in just a moment on 9 Gem. Well, it's all about these beautiful greyhounds and the faces and the people here all smiling, enjoying the resurgence of greyhound racing, and a wonderful exhibition of power and speed. And the winners, they're the happiest of the lot. But it is fantastic to be here on $1 Million Chase night. And that's Cheryl Murray, who had a dog race earlier, a veteran dog that really is a wonderful sight to see. And we're so happy to be part of it all tonight. Now, let's talk about the $1 Million Chase, because when we say $1 million, it's really not $1 million prize money in total. The winner wins $1 million. It's a fantastic, life-changing event.
It really is life-changing. Peter Lagogiani won it last year. For him and the owners, I think it's just completely changed their lives. That's going to happen again to someone tonight.
And Sam, the odds, the TAB $1 Million Chase final. Take us through this update.
All right, so Get a Gizmo in the coveted red box and Black Opium have been fighting out favouritism. Get a Gizmo's just drifted slightly out to $4.20 from the $4 that was previously. The other one to note there is Good Harada, which opened up at a tiny $3.90, but it's out to $5.50. Potentially value there, but I'll let the judges decide.
Punters finding it a little hard to sort that field out right at the moment. But, you know, there's a lot of mythology about greyhounds, that they're difficult pets, that they need area, they need exercise. None of that is true. And as we go to this package to explain just how easy it is to own a greyhound, just remember that all the money raised here tonight, all of it is going to GAP, the Greyhounds as Pets program.
We knew we wanted a greyhound. I was always looking online, falling in love with so many of them. We did a little bit of research into what kind of pet would be good for an apartment. We found that a greyhound would be really great. Greyhounds as Pets up at YE had a great range of greyhounds. We reached out and organised a time to go up and meet with some greyhounds based on what we wanted in our life, and then also what dog would fit into that as well. So living in an apartment, working full time, we let greyhounds as pets know that that was our living situation, and then we also let them know what kind of greyhound we wanted. So I always wanted a female, being a bit smaller, and so they matched us with a couple, and we went up and met a few, and it was the hardest decision deciding between 2 greyhounds, but when Maya came out, it was just love at first sight. We've had Maya now for about 18 months and it has just been the most fantastic thing. Greyhounds generally have a very good temperament. Her best friend who lives up the road is a little dachshund named Kevin, so they get along so well to the point where we walk her up the street and she pulls us to go in their driveway because she wants to go see Kevin the dachshund so bad. So she's so good with other dogs. Because greyhounds race, I did always think that maybe they needed a lot of exercise, but really found out that they don't need much exercise at all, which was very surprising. We take her for a 15 to 20 minute walk in the morning and a 15 to 20 minute walk in the afternoon. And we do often let her off the lead as well so that she can do lots of zoomies. I would definitely recommend a greyhound to all of my friends. They are just the perfect balance of being able to take them for a walk, but then knowing that if you leave them for a day when you've gone to work that they're going to be fine. And outside of that, she is just lying on the couch, cuddling up to the both of us, being super affectionate. It's a pretty good life. So many people make me feel so proud for having adopted a greyhound. Like we're doing such a great thing, but she makes it easy.
Beautiful Maya, enjoying life in the inner city with her new owners, and the general manager of the GAP program, Alicia Fuller, joins us now. And Alicia, wonderful to see that. What's your reaction to seeing the dog settle in so easily into an apartment?
Yeah, it's a fantastic story. It just shows how adaptable greyhounds can be as a breed and what great pets they make. I think it helps to dispel some of the myths as well around them needing lots of space and lots of exercise. Ultimately, they're just affectionate, very calm, and love to relax with you, whether it's on the sofa or down the local pub.
Yes, wonderful.
And Alicia, it's been great as well to have the involvement of Tim Cahill in the program as well.
It's just been great having Tim Cahill, such an iconic Australian sportsman, to endorse greyhounds as pets and what the industry is doing for rehoming. He's working with him, it was so easy to see his passion for the breed, and his connection to his adopted greyhound Lumo was instant. It's fantastic.
My kennel at home is looking more like a retirement village because these greyhounds are so beautiful. You just fall in love with them. They've got amazing personalities. How do you get involved with greyhounds as pets, the GAP program?
Yeah, so if you want to get involved, learn a little bit about adoption or fostering, or just a little bit more about the breed, then go to our website, gapnewsouthwales.com.au, or even come down to our next adoption day, which is 9th of November at Pet Barn in Campbelltown.
And GAP is the registered charity arm of Greyhound Racing New South Wales.
It is, so it's the industry initiative for rehoming, and we work through the adoption centres, rehoming organisations and rehoming schemes, and also assisting the other rehoming charities in New South Wales as well.
Alicia
so it's
Fuller,
a wide arm.
Thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
And good luck with your program. We're going to take a quick break here at Wentworth Park. When we come back, we'll meet the contenders in the 2019 $1 Million Chase.
He's a very exciting young pup, but he's done everything right to this stage. Big step up in class tonight, but we'll just have to see what happens at Box Rise.
Richest race in the world. Who wouldn't want to win it? You know, I do. You know, not for the money. The money's, you know, part of it, but you know, the prestige is worth more than all the money you can get.
Really wanted box 5 and that's what we came up with, so she's travelled perfectly today. We haven't had any hiccups, everything's gone exactly the same as last week, so it's all up to her now.
It's a great honour to be here for this race, and like all the eyes in the greyhound world are on this race tonight at 9:30, and it's just a magic to be part of it.
Couple of young dogs, they both chase hard, they're nice and fit, but all the family will be here tonight. There's friends you haven't seen in 20 years will be here tonight cheering us on, so I'd say we'll get a fair kick if one of them find their way in front, Dave. I'd say they'll give the stand a bit of a lift, mate.
We've never had a dog as good as this. You know, as I say, he's been our first track record holder. first group dog, first city winner, and now in this sort of race, he's done it all.
He doesn't know he's the outsider, and he's a super strong dog. He's in good form, mate. He's bucking his brand off, and we're running for a bit of luck. And yeah, let's get into it.
7 trainers, 8 greyhounds, 1 chance to win $1 million. And as we look at this on-course board here, as the odds fluctuate with the changing opinions of the punters and the flow of the money, I reckon, Liz Whelan, the nerves must be starting to jangle by about now, because this is real. Someone's life's going to change.
Exactly, it definitely is life-changing. It's an exciting moment for all of these trainers. And James, I think during the week the general consensus has been whoever leads the race is going to win. But that's the $1 million question: who is going to lead?
Well, it is, because there is so much speed in the race. You look at greyhounds like Shimmer Shine, who can begin when they hit the start. Black Opium began like a rocket here last week. You go down to Kurt Lee, who's normally a faultless beginner. He missed the kick on his standards quite badly last week in the semi, so I'm expecting he'll begin a lot better tonight. He'll sharpen up. And then you look at the likes of Pindari Express, who's a track record holder over the short. Good odds Harada, who can get out and run. The $1 million question, like you say, could be who's going to lead. And then if they do lead, are they going to hold on?
Dave Carlson told us earlier they run at about 90 kilometres an hour. There's another way of looking at that. They run at about $35,000 a second in this race, and that's fast. We're setting up for the $1 million chase. Someone's life is about to change. Strap yourselves in. We'll be back after the break.
The moment we've been waiting for is just under 7 minutes away. So please, guys, the reason why we're here tonight is the 2019 $1 million chase grand final game. History is about to be made. Who wants to be a millionaire? I can tell you, every one of the 7 trainers engaged. Jason McKay has 2 runners, the one Get Gizmo and the 3 Flying Bazza. 5 New South Wales trained greyhounds. 3 greyhounds trained in Victoria. New South Wales or Victoria, folks. The Blues have it. Overwhelmingly debut tonight. It's a fantastic night on the New South Wales Greyhound calendar. It's also a fantastic night on the Australian calendar, Dave. Speaking of these trainers pre-race, you can see it on their face just what this 30 seconds means to them. Life-changing this will be. Life-changing for the trainers, life-changing for the owners.
looking down from high above Wentworth Park, and the Greyhounds are on the move. We're almost set up for the parade for the 2019 $1 million chase, and it's time for final thoughts and final selections, and this big crowd is absolutely pumped as we go to Samantha Todd for our Bet Easy update. Samantha, take us through this field.
Well, Get It Gizmo and Black Opium have been vying for favouritism still. I mean, they're both $4 each too. We've got our biggest market mover, though, is Shimmer Shine, which opened up at $7 and is now into $5. That's our biggest firmer. We've got Flying Bazza at $21. Good Odds Harada, which started out quite short at $3.90, is out to $5.50. And I'll allow you to read the rest.
James, how do you see this race mapping?
I think it's very, very intriguing, the speed map. If Black Opium begins as well as she did last week, she'll be on the speed. If she begins like that, Shimmer Shine will be alongside as well, and Kurt Lee up to make the line of 3 on the outside. The next line is the intriguing line of, I guess, position in running. Probably Good Odds Harada to slice through on the inside.
If that map plays out, there's going to be pressure from the outside.
Oh, there is, because the 8 Kurt Lee's got so much speed, he'll be crashing over.
And the 1, Get It Gizmo. A lot of people's favourites for Jason McKay.
Look, and he's my top tip for the race as well. I've been flip-flopping all week with my selections, but yesterday trainer Jason McKay thought that he could go even quicker from box 1. He was the quickest of the semi-finalists last week and a very good performance.
Good Odds Harada, Farrell Frankie's brother.
Yeah, he's won his last 4 as well. Look, if he wins, the locals will go bananas. He's won 9 of 19 here, 29.57 personal best, and you just get the feeling he is the crowd favourite going into the $1 million chase.
What about Flying Bazza, Jason McKay's other runner?
Flying Bazza, the kind of dog who's probably going to get back tonight. He'll be holding a breath if you've backed him going into that first bend. He's paying $26. He will be hitting this one strongly, though.
Tracy Screws has one dog in her kennel, and it is the number 4, Pindari Express.
And he's training in Sydney here as well. It's just an incredible story. This Greyhound burst onto the scene as the next big thing, and here he is contesting the $1 million chase at just start number 27. For Tracy Screws, good luck. It's going to be a tough assignment, but he is a serious Greyhound.
A dog that can run astounding speed. Black Opium, the 5 in the yellow.
I think that might be the cheer going up for Black Opium, the crowd, actually. She's been in a lot of big finals. She kind of deserves to win a big race. She came out running last week, and the trainer, Jason Thompson, said that's what she's going to need to do to win today.
Also, we've got a very young, relatively young dog in Shimmer Shine here, jumping out of the 6 in the green. Do you think that youth plays against it?
I don't think so. This Greyhound burst onto the scene as well, and I think we'll look back in 18 months and say, wow, what a career it was from Shimmer Shine. Broke the Ballarat track record in 24.75. They don't run that at this age. Just a serious chance tonight.
$5, is that value?
I think it is. As we're hearing a moment ago from Sammy saying 7 into 5 has been a bit of a market move, but I'm still happy to play at the 5.
Jimmy Casey seems to, a lot of people sort of feel that this dog sort of fell into the race and that he's a bit outclassed. Do you agree with that?
I don't think I do agree with that. Every dog in this final tonight deserves their place here. I'd love him to go a really good race for trainer Peter Carr. He's going to get back, though, and he's going to be relying on a wee bit of luck.
And Kurt Lee to round out our field of 8.
Have a look at him. Son of Fernando Bailey. Looks like his dad. He looks ready to go.
Great markings.
Oh, hasn't he got great markings? And when he hits the ground, he is as fast as any greyhound in the country through the first 100 to 150 metres. For Glenn Rounds, he's won 17 of 26. For the first 20 starts of his career, he cruised around taking it easy. Now he's in the big time. Here in Sydney, under the bright lights, chasing a TAB $1 million chase. What a race we've got.
And look at the crowd. They've all come out now from the stands. This is the big moment. It's just it raises the hair on the back of your neck to feel the excitement here, because greyhound racing has been through tough times, but it's back.
Oh, it's back. It's back with a bang, and I'm tipping Shimmer Shine to land the $1 million chase here, Cam, at around the $5 with Bet Easy. Liz, you're going with the red, Get It Gizmo?
I am going with Get It Gizmo, but I am keen on Shimmer Shine as well, and he's 36 kgs. He's a big dog. He's not going to take any prisoners out there.
And now we'll take Isaiah with the national anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've gold and soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by seas. Our land abounds in nature's gift. lives a beauty rich and bright. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Great work, Isaiah, the 2016 winner of The Voice. You saw him on Eurovision as well. And now we come to the moment of truth. Here's our market mover, Sam.
Well, the Bet Easy market mover is Shimmer Shine, $7 into $4.80 right now. But the dog that's going to absolutely take us to the cleaners if it gets up is Get It Gizmo.
Well, sit back, enjoy it. It's the fastest action on 4 legs. And as the front row moves in, let's go to Tim Newbold.
Journey, and here we are. Grand final time loading process underway. $1 million payday awaits. We're just about ready to go. Now the green light switched on. All set. Ready. Racing, Get It Gizmo began brilliantly. Good on Tarada came out running. Shimmer Shine charging down the outside. Good on Tarada led. Shimmer Shine moving up on the outside. Get It Gizmo angling for a run and then flying Bezza Pindara Express and then Jimmy Casey, Kurt Lee, Black Opium at the tail. Good on Tarada by 2. Shimmer Shine tries hard. 2 to Get It Gizmo, they swing. Good on Tarada in the lead. Shimmer Shine can't get there. Good on Tarada will win the $10 million chase over Shimmer Shine. Get It Gizmo. Then flying Bazza followed by Pindara Express. Then Jimmy Casey, Kurt Lee, Black Opium at the tail. Then run around 29.3. Good on Tarada for Tracy and Frank Hurst.
29.3. That's insane.
That is an unbelievable performance. 5.39 to the first peg, came out all guns are blazing. I said if good odds Harada wins, they'll lift the roof off the grandstand, and Liz, that's exactly what they did.
He has absolutely come out running. Good odds Harada. He's performed so well throughout the series. Very, very excited for Frank Hurst and Tracy Hurst. It's their second win of the night. There he is on screen. What a moment for him.
It's just an incredible win. Frank Hurst, what a performance, what a training performance as well. We go right back to Bathurst where the Greyhound began his $1 million chase campaign, and here he is. Wow.
This man, Frank Hurst, is a legend. He's well loved. He's a hard man, but he's got a ready smile and a quick wit, and he's with Dave Carlson.
Thank you, Cam. Frank Hurst, you're a millionaire.
Mate, I've always been a millionaire, not money-wise, but I've been a millionaire through health, family. Mate, I've had a good life and I love it.
You have just won the $1 million chase with good odds Harada in a lightning fast time of 29.34. What about this crowd?
Hey, the crowd's good, the dog's good. Hey?
You and your wife Tracy, you work so well together, and Frank, this is the biggest moment of your life and career.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely, mate. Hey!
Have a look at this. Here come the family, Cam. They're giving Frank a huge hug, and the son of Collision and Solar Pack. Straight to the lead, out of the home straight, and proved unleadable, Cam, in the end.
That is fantastic. Well done, Dave Carlson. Frank Hurst, and I imagine with a grandchild there with him. Someone who's going to remember this moment forever, that is for sure. And this magnificent dog, the brother of Feral Frankie, one of the most loved dogs in the country, has just run 2/10 quicker than he's ever run in his life.
This has just been incredible. And look at him stretch his head out there. He knows how to win this Greyhound.
And look at the Greyhounds behind him. Shimmer Shine, Get It Gizmo. They're going to be out-and-out champions, but good odds Harada on his home deck. This is his dance floor, and he handled himself perfectly. Wowee. Incredible scenes, hey, Cam?
Absolutely fantastic. And look, the joy and the humbleness of that man, and to share it with his family. What a night it is for him, and I hope you've had a win at home. Good Odds Harada, Frank Hurst the trainer, $5.40 and $1.90 for Bet Easy. Shimmer Shine second, $2. Get It Gizmo was $1.70, and the trifecta $111.50. Soak it up, Frank. That is absolutely wonderful to see in front of a huge crowd too, and they've really turned on the entertainment. We've still got Feral Frankie to come. Wait for the cheer for him if he can win, but the Hoodoo Gurus are going to be playing later tonight. It's great entertainment.
It really is, and if Feral Frankie salutes, it'll be a treble for the litter on $1 Million Chase night, landing the big one. Well done to Frank. Look at him. He is having an absolute blast out there at the moment. But what a training effort.
And the process to get here, it's not easy to get into this race. You have to go to the regions. You have to win. You have to win the semi-finals.
Well, it all began for this Greyhound back on the 2nd of September. So we're looking at a month and a half ago. Went 29.30 to win at Bathurst. Then went back to win the regional final, 29.43. Then went to Wentworth Park for the semis. Went 29.66, which was right up there time-wise, and has gone through the series undefeated. What a champion, Good Odds Harada. And by gee, now look at the prize money of this Greyhound, $1.13 million.
There was a great lunch in Sydney yesterday to launch the $1 Million Chase, Liz, and we spoke to Peter Lagogiani, the very popular winner of last year's race, and he says the cheque clears pretty quickly.
I'm sure that they'll be hoping it does. Look, I mean, for them right now, I'm not sure if it will have sunken in quite at this moment. I mean, $1 million, I mean, he's going to go home, he's going to watch the race again, reflect on it, and I guess eventually it'll hit home that he's just become a millionaire.
I just watched the story through the week about the family and how they do it as a team, and what a fabulous night for them. Congratulations, just an unbelievable result here for the Hurst Kennel.
Brad Adam there from Greyhound Racing New South Wales. And the winner, Good Odds Harada, will be back in just a moment from Wentworth Park. Oh, look, he's still celebrating. He looks good even in slow motion, Frank, doesn't he? Frank Hurst, the jubilant winner of $1 million. He's won the 2019 TAB $1 Million Chase, and congratulations to him. He's a great man, a great trainer, and it's a great vibe to see him get the cookies.
Especially with the big crowd behind him here as well. And there are also some really good runners in behind the Beaton Brigade who I do want to touch on, the likes of Shimmer Shine, because he's also got an enormous race. He's not even 2 years old. It was only his 12th start today. The owners from Victoria are here on track, Bob Cummings and Dave Gleeson. Now, Dave was on the Sandown board for 31
well, here we go again.
years.
It's all over in such a blur, Liz. Take us through it.
Well, we can see Good Odds Harada jumping straight to the lead. Shimmer Shine, they're just up on the outside. I thought from there maybe he could be too strong, but when you're running a time like Good Odds Harada's just gone, it's pretty tough. But just noting as well with the 6th, the dam line of this dog dates back to 1964. That's a very good breeding line.
It is indeed, but as we see Good Odds Harada going down the back in front, Shimmer Shine had to work really hard, and to stave off Get It Gizmo for the Miners was a terrific effort. We then go back through the field. Into 4th placing was Flying Bazza. For a young pup at just start 15, just an incredible effort. And the Beaton Brigade, what a terrific effort just to be a part of the race. The likes of Pindari Express, Black Opium, who's been in all of the feature finals, and then down to Jimmy Casey and Kurt Lee. Just a big congratulations to everybody who took part in the series, especially those who have made the final, because just being a part of that race is an incredible training effort, and the trainers, the owners, the breeders, they should be very, very proud.
All of these dogs thoroughly deserve their place in the final, as we've discussed. You know, they've gone through the regional heats, the regional finals, the city semi-finals, so it's no fluke that these 8 dogs were lining up tonight, and the race certainly didn't disappoint.
And just look at that slow-mo. Good Odds Harada cruising down to the line, Cam. $1 million in the bank, and the time was just scintillating around the 29.3.
Yeah, a PB by over 0.2 of a second. That is extraordinary, and what timing to have it all organised for this one moment. But that's the nature of racing. We have to move on because now we can look forward to Good Odds Harada's full brother, Feral Frankie, racing in the Consolation, which is our last race tonight. And this race was originally programmed to be race 3 or 4, but because of the tide of support for Feral Frankie, who was unfortunately took a tumble and didn't make it into this final, now we get a chance to see him perhaps win again.
Well, he is the people's dog. Everybody at home watching on Gem would be waiting to see the Feral. We've seen Good Odds Buddy Salute. We've seen Good Odds Harada. Just maybe the Feral can finish it off.
This is a perfect setup for the bookies because, you know, people don't even think about it. They just back Feral, don't they?
Well, it has been a good evening for us so far. It's safe to say all the guys on course here will be trying to get a favourite home, and Feral Frankie looks to be the one. He's in at $1.60 and has stayed solid at that. We've had plenty of money for it, but you know, just the punters are happy to take the $1.60. There's been a bit of a drift for the rest of them. Corborn Marty's the only other one to note at $4.60.
So, do you see Corborn Marty or the other dog in the running here in the market, Bucks Future, pressing out from their wider boxes?
I do think that Feral Frankie is a risk at the $1.60. He's coming off a tumble here last week. We'll wait for the speed map to pop up in just a moment, and that'll show you where Feral Frankie's going to position himself. Here's the speed map now, and they're saying at best he's going to be 3rd, 4th or 5th. I wouldn't be surprised if he's even slightly further back in the first couple of strides. The pace from out wide, I feel. Corborn Marty will let down from box number 8, use the track just to carve over. I think he's a bit of a smoky at the each-way price, Corborn Marty, but Feral Frankie, all eyes will be on him back midfield, but his navigating skills are just incredible.
He's the kind of dog where I always think it's like there's a jockey on him. I don't know how he finds the gaps.
There is a few around that do that. You just sit there and go, no, he's not going to get through here. And I don't know if it's just luck or if the dog's part and he gets the run through, but he just does it over and over again, so it has to be a talent.
And that's what people love about this dog, is he's never beaten, is he? He's always looking for a way to keep finding the line.
He's Houdini. I don't know how he does it.
And it was just a shame for Feral Frankie's connections that he did take a big bump last Friday night and didn't make it through to the $1 Million Chase. But here he is, and if you thought there was a big roar for the previous race, I think Feral Frankie might even top that.
Honestly, I've been to Greyhound tracks across Australasia. I have never experienced an atmosphere like it tonight.
It has been electric, and to see so many people in here in the centre of Sydney, just out at Darling Harbour at Wentworth Park, and as I said earlier, it's only my 2nd time here at the venue, and to see it lit up like this with this much atmosphere, I think it just makes you realise how good Greyhound racing is and how much we love it.
You two have been in this game for too long. Would you take the sentimental favourite here, or is $1.60 too short for you?
Liz, I'm going to go Feral Frankie because I think it would be rude not to.
I think we have to.
Yeah,
I think we have to. It would just be fitting to round out the night. Three from the litter saluting on a night like this would be a fairy tale. However, I do think Corborn Marty is a massive chance.
All right, well, we are set for the parade, and the one is Bad Neighbour for Evelyn Harris.
You can see her there on screen. She's quite small in stature. She's only around the 25 kgs, but while she's little, she's really capable of flying out. I want to see her doing that off the one tonight.
Here he is, the Feral.
The champ, Feral Frankie, jumping from box number 2. He's won 19 of 34 overall, 7 of 14 here, and a blistering personal best of 29.63. He's the people's dog, Feral
He's a
Frankie.
character. He looks like he's enjoying himself there. Now, Bucks Future is the 3.
Look, I think he's got to be rated a chance. He's paying $5, as you can see there on screen. Love the run 2 starts back and behind. Feral Frankie was only nailed late on that occasion.
Yeah, double up D. Tough drawer has been in the top 2, 42 of 57.
Connie's boy in the yellow.
As you can see there on screen, paying $34, 4th and behind Jimmy Casey last time out, and may find this a wee bit tough.
Fernando Porsche, is he quick as he sounds?
Cool name, tough assignment, 50-1 tonight.
What about Banjo Tiffia?
She's quite big for a girl, around 31.5 kgs. Sort of fairly away. I think she's going to need to jump a bit better tonight.
And Corborn Marty, one that you did have an eye on.
Yeah, I think he's a massive each-way chance, Corborn Marty. Just from box number 8, he's had 4 starts from the draw for 3 wins. He's going to use that outside draw to create some space, whip down the outside, and if he can pinch a break on them, he can run a very, very big race.
Samantha, this is the Get-Out Stakes. Are they all piling into the Feral?
Oh, absolutely. It is going to clean out our Feral Frankie gets up. But I wonder if this isn't perhaps one of those races that you do take a box trifecta, you know, pop a couple of your favourites in there, and, you know, if something lobs, you're looking at a terrific result there.
And what was the boost we've got with Bet Easy?
Well, every single day for the Spring Carnival, for a limited time, We offer 3 exotic bet boosts for every single punter. You find it in your My Rewards section.
Well, there we go, the exotic bet boost, Cam. I love saying that. I'm going the trifecta 2, 3 and 8. I'll box them up and hope they go 1, 2, 3.
All right, what do you expect to happen? Because we're all on the feral now. It has to be that way. How do you hope this race unfolds?
I think for me, what I see happening is the one bad neighbour jumping well off the inside here. Feral Frankie getting a nice stint in behind and then just using his track sense, pushing through and being too good.
Yeah, the Red's got a great record from box 1. 13 starts, 8 wins and 2 placings, suggesting that it's well placed on the inside, so should leave Feral Frankie alone early. I just think Corborn Marty's the X-Factor runner, whipping down the outside. But let's get the feral home to round out Tab $1 Million
There'll be an almighty cheer if he does. Wait for the roar as these boxes open. They're loading now, and we go to Tim Newbold for the call.
Double up D. Fernando Porsche, Corborn Marty, the outside. And Feral Frankie, he is our raging hot favourite. Green light turned on. Regional reward, final race. Set and ready. Racing, bad neighbour, lid pinged, has gone straight to the early lead over double up D. Feral Frankie the inside. Wide around was Banjo to Fire, followed up by Corborn Marty. The inside was Connie's Boy, followed by Fernando Porsche and Bucks Future at the rear, down the back. Bad neighbour led, but here's Feral Frankie. He cruised up on the rails, ran to the top. Then Corborn Marty, followed by Connie's Boy. Feral Frankie goes for home. They're going to tear the grandstand down. Feral Frankie bolted away. Won it easily over bad neighbour. Toss up third. Connie's Boy or Corborn Marty. Then Fernando Porsche and Banjo to Fire, followed in by double up D. And it was one of the tail enders. The Feral's done it.
Hasn't he done it? He's brought this crowd home for the night. What a way to go. Feral Frankie, no wonder they love him. And he's run 29.6, which is 3/10 outside the previous winner.
Really good performance here by Feral Frankie. The People's Champion takes out the last on a huge night here at Wentworth Park. Bad neighbour set it up out in front, jumped really well. Feral Frankie just in behind, and you could just see him stalking the leader.
How exciting was that? The Feral getting into the clear. Bad neighbour was just acting as the pacemaker, I guess you could say, Cam. And then all of a sudden, the Feral got busy. What an unbelievable effort from the leader. Collision Solar Pack, 3 winners on $1 Million Chase night, including the big one. And Feral now takes out the regional reward. Well done, Feral Frankie. Well, what a night, Liz. That is an incredible performance in the last.
I think it's going to be pretty hard to top this night, and just bringing it home like that, the Feral Frankie. Good run there and behind by one bad neighbour. It was tight for third, but it is number 5, Connie's Boy, who will just get third. They're ahead of number 8, Corborn Marty.
Well, Raven Smith be happy with some sort of a consolation. He must wonder, part of him must wonder what might have been. But Feral Frankie has delighted this big crowd at Wentworth Park with a stunning victory. And he did what you expected him to do. He does look like he's got some strategy about him, that he knows what he's doing when he's on that track.
And even at that first corner, when there was probably, a line of 4 or 5 sitting up behind the speed, he held his nerve, he held his place on the rail, and that's why we love the Feral Frankie, because he just finds a way through the field, and he is a master.
Well, look, it's great. We'll wrap it up when we come back. We've seen the 2019 running of the $1 Million Chase. Plenty more excitement after this. Welcome back to Wentworth Park. It doesn't always eventuate that the main bill actually turns out to be the best race of the program, but that's what we saw tonight. That was a classic, and Good Odds Harada was the victor.
I'm just so excited that I was here on track to witness that in person. Good Odds Harada making history, and then Feral Frankie as well, taking out the last. And what a night of greyhound racing it has been.
Just to be a part of it and to witness the atmosphere has been simply incredible. You couldn't have put together a better script. Good Odds Harada, we saw Good Odds Buddy, and then of course Feral Frankie right at the end. I've had a wow of a time. And all I can say is I can't wait for the 2020 $1 million chase.
And Samantha, finally to you. The book was bulging, but we took some back at the end there with Feral Frankie.
Did you ever? Gosh, you know, it's been such an absolute pleasure to be here tonight, and I know Betty's is really proud to be a sponsor of this event. I think we did tip a couple of these winners on our tip site, but gosh, that last one was an expensive one for us.
Well, thank you, Samantha Todd, James Van der Maat and Liz Whelan for your company tonight. The presentation is taking place. Frank Hurst, I love what he said earlier when he was asked about winning $1 million. He said, I'm already a millionaire because I love my life, and it'll be nice to have the money, but it doesn't mean everything. Well, we'll do it all again next year. Let's have a look at Feral Frankie just before we head off. I think we've got an opportunity to relive that Feral Frankie race. I'm not sure. I think perhaps I'd love to, because it was the only winner I had all night.
Yeah, well, it was about the only winner I tipped all night as well. I think he ended up with 2, and they were both by the same litter, being, of course, Good Odds Buddy and also Feral Frankie. But Liz, it was just great to see the Feral round out the night, and to see the crowd get so excited as well. It was the people's dog doing what we hoped he would.
And of course, last week he found his bounce back better than ever tonight. Really glad. The band's also kicked off here. We've got the Hoodoo Gurus on track for the
I know, I can hear them now. I think it might be time to have a drink and a little dance. What do you reckon? Liz, thank you very much. James, also to you, and Samantha. And thank you very much for your company here on 9 Gem. It's been great running the $1 million chase for 2019. Good night.